Drivers, to your cars.
Charlotte Motor Speedway, the home of the All-Star race. But today, Cody, and just before we continue on with the main event, we gotta see who makes the All-Star race, because there's already 19 drivers, 19 winners making it, and now we're gonna see the final two slots. Welcome to the Cricket and Our League All-Star Open from Charlotte.
Yes.
Cody.
Yes, hello. Yes, he very much took the words out of my mouth here. We got numerous winners, past champions, past All-Star Race winners. Those are the 19 that are in. Meanwhile, there are a couple of one-time winners that have quite yet to make the show, but we got many other drivers, some underdogs, some full-timers that are ready to go hard, trying to finish in the top two, which would be the only two necessary to make the All-Star Race of a field of 21.
Oh, yes. But now, before we start up, we have some very devastating news. Alex Prime has decided to withdraw all of APR's entries for this race and for the following 3 races after the All-Star, citing personal matters. Because of that, we won't be seeing the 42, 48, 54, 56, and 91 for the next couple of races. Isn't that right, Cody?
Yeah, I mean, that is unfortunate news right here. I mean, there is a lot of details that we are not going to get into, but all I'm going to know is we know a lot of things that you all don't. So, yeah, we're going to wait and see which details we're willing to set out in public after this weekend and beyond. So, with that being said, all I got to do is just focus on what we have right now, which is the All-Star Weekend.
And of course, we have Dale Bush, who, in case he doesn't make it to the All-Star race, is going to be on standby to commentate with us. So we're going to take a look at Dale as he is just in his car. Dale, you got us.
Angel, look at this.
I cannot look because I'm in the game. Anyways, Dale, you got us.
No. I don't. Listen, can you please?
Don't worry. Your mic is still active. Your in-car audio is still active, Dale. No, there it goes. Looks like we have some problems with this mic issues, huh, Cody?
Oh boy, yeah, things have not gone well for Dale Bush here earlier today. I mean, they were lucky to get this car out here on time, if I'm going to be honest with you, but that's another story for another day. But he does start the inside line, so he may be looking good to try to get one of those 2 spots.
Uh-huh. And just before we go to our starting lineup, let's go over to our not 2, but 4 pit reporters that are going to be over here. And those 4 reporters are the traditional Anthony Davidson and Rick Erickson, along with Sebastian Galway Jr. But joining us for this one is going to be Tari Smith, as she is a racer in the AT&T Grand National Series, but also broadcaster for the trucks. So with that, let's go to our foursome on pit road. Rick. The first big story regards the participation of Roberto Lopez. He had the option to participate directly in the All-Star race. However, he decided to go for the All-Star Open. And he's going to try to prove that not only him, but also Beard Motorsports not only can run the All-Star race, but also qualified via the hard way. Let's go now to you, Seb.
Okay, let me see. Nope, fuck yourself. I'm not speaking about this stupid idiot. The only thing I can tell you confidently, from what I have gathered, this is what people would consider into a quote-unquote unofficial first time that FRSK will be joining forces tonight with Sam Kane and Daniel Roman working together with different setups on the cars. Sam Kane has pretty much told me confidently he's excited to try to get both of his cars into the main show to not only prove that he is a legitimate owner, but he's also here to make a statement regarding being a threat to be forced and reckoned with. To you, Tari.
lot of drivers have gathered their first checkered flag on All-Star Day and night for Cricket Cup. And the first one to do it, or looking to do so, is Daniel Voiles. He's going to be starting in the midfield, but he thinks he can actually grab the checkered flag and the pass towards the All-Star race, as he has a very fast Shelby machine. Anthony! A lot of controversies that have been going around the garage area, but the big story of them all is the return of Ryan Reed. Ryan Reed running for the American Diabetes Association as well as for Lilly. He has been willing to come back to racing for quite a while, and he thinks that tonight it is going to be the start of a new era in his racing career, as he's looking forward for that 83 car to not only get into the All-Star race, but to do it for the Biff. Oh yes, you know what they you know what they say, Cody. Do it for Biff.
Yeah, it does sound about right here. As it looks like we are getting ready to go to our starting lineup here, starting with Angel.
Oh yes, on the pole we're gonna see Laura James in the Aquafina Charger, and next to her is gonna be Daniel Roman in the Nike Supra for the now unofficial FRSK Motorsports, making their unofficial debut.
And for row 2, we got Dipper Pines, that Monster Energy Supra, being the Tyler Reddick knockoff. And for Vicencio, that Lucas Oil Malibu.
Row 3, we're going to see Marinette Dupain-Cheng in the Best Buy colors, and will be next to Ryan Reed in the Lilly Diabetes Shelby.
Next row, we got Lexi DeMando and that I Love Communism Chevrolet. And Ivan Molina in the Mavis Tires and Brakes Shelby.
Dale Busch in a throwback to his first career Cricket Cup win, the No Money Machine Garage Sale 1-800 Broke will be starting next to Katie Coates in the crew colors.
Up next, we got Diego Rubio driving the RN2s for Shelby. And we got another Shelby next to him. It is Daniel Bagdasarev driving the Coors Light Mustang.
Roberto Lopez in the Dude Wipes Machine, trying to prove something for BR Motorsports. Alongside him is going to be Marielke in the Walmart Charger. What do you mean I'm not allowed in Walmart?
Up next, we got, oh no, it's the Row of the Bozos. Arturo Supra, Sam Kane, and then we got the biggest perv in the market and probably one of the worst anime characters of all time according to YouTubers. Manetta, you don't deserve to mention that sponsor over there. Can we get to the next row?
Daniel Voiles in the Cherry Coke colors will be starting next to Ollie SSR in the Tesla.
Then we got Mabel Pines and the DoorDash Supra. Hey, Bubba was called. He wants his DoorDash scheme back. Then we got Sean Ard in the Texas Longhorn Shelby.
Leo Sharp in the Castellar Automobile Malibu will be starting next to Sonora Felix in the Televisa colors.
Then up next, we got Lucille in the 5-Hour Energy Supra. And next there is another team that turned down at the end of the year, Eric Blushful EP and the Eris colors.
Nina Lahive taking the wheel for Ann Bunchowi and for Pedro Sales in the DeWalt Ford, next to Demon Rubio in the Summit Ford.
Sir, you believe that is Nina Lahive. But last but not least, we got Diego Alcaraz in the FedEx Tesla, and for the Teslas, you get this.
Okay, so 35 laps. Do we have any picks?
Honestly, I don't. But I feel like with Idiosity and for underdog winners, I'm gonna pick Boogie for this one. I mean, if it's a wild card you want, it's a wild card you're gonna get. And if there's no wild card I can trust more, well, there's two I can trust here. But one of them I trust the most out of the two would be Boogie.
All right. Galloway, your pick?
I'm also going to be taking a look at some of these interesting drivers. I think the biggest name here that's kind of been really overlooked is I'm liking Ruby Asensio. I think that she's finally starting to find her momentum, and especially being with a team that's been so toxic and being a bunch in the news. I think finally this can be her chance to silence some of those doubters and prove to everybody that she's ready to be out of the shadow of Ellen Garza.
For this one, I'm gonna be going with a very controversial one, but at the same time not. What do you mean about controversial? It is one of the most loved ones. I think the one that is gonna be winning it is gonna be Ryan Reed. For this one, I'm gonna go a little bit bold with my prediction, and I think that Minoru Mineta can take that 31 machine over to victory lane before the main event.
Okay.
This race is gonna be going for the drivers that are willing to win, and one of those is Dale Busch. So my pick is Dale Busch. All right, for my final pick, well, I know I get the final pick, but I think for this one, I'm gonna go with someone special, and that is Daniel Bogdasarov, as we are going toward the command, the first command.
Drivers, start your engines!
And here they go. Thankfully for this weekend, we don't have to go over the DNQs, Cody.
Wait a minute, sir. There's no DNQs here.
But we have to go over something else, and that is the distance. 35 laps around Charlotte Motor Speedway. But the big important thing here, 15 laps is the first segment. And after those 15 laps, the winner at that segment will get a check, a very fat check for $250,000. And the most important thing as well, Cody, second segment is going to be 20 laps, and the front two will transfer in to the All-Star race. And of course, there's going to be prizes for those top two, as we have $500,000 for the winner, and second place will get $250,000.
Okay, that's interesting.
All right.
Well, yeah. We all know that the top two here is going to make the All-Star race after 35 laps, so we'll wait and see who gets it in here.
Oh, yes. All-Star Weekend, long weekend. As we are coming up on Memorial Day and the fireworks are about to start, Laura James and Dan Roman lead us on the way at Charlotte. Confident you want to be being at the front as we're going 3 wide in the middle of the pack, Cody.
They're able to clear it up over there, but you see some of those drivers going to the inside lane. They want to have a shot to make the All-Star race, but everyone else is trying to scramble, and if you scramble too much, you're going to cause a wreck early, and that might end your chances there.
The Propines at the moment occupies the last transfer spot, and Laura occupies the first check of the weekend as we see this beautiful view that we got there on the front straightaway now, did we?
Yeah, that is honestly insane what's going on here. But basically, I mean, you have everyone going all over the dang places. Depper Pines wants to go for the lead. He's been really on in for the last lap. But at the same time, you gotta keep an eye on the back. They're trying to get to the inside, but a lot of them are not that successful. Yeah, see here. Oh my, there's plenty of big names here.
Yeah, plenty of 3 wides as well, as they're trying to scramble for positions, especially in this backpack. And Diego Alcaraz was locked into the All-Star race last year, And although he won a race last year, he was not one of the most recent winners, and that's why he did not make it to the All-Star event, and that's why he's gonna have to qualify for the event on this one.
Yeah, and the big problem here is that even after APR withdrew, and we had 3 different winners who would have been part of this thing, are now moving to the All-Star race as well. He is one of the drivers who has to fight his way into the big dance. And right now, not looking too good, because now he is projected to be in dead last out of all of this.
Oh yes, he's done that. Meanwhile, over at the front, Marnette is looking to get the position off from Dipper Pine. She wants to kick out the 45 from the transfer spot.
Oh, absolutely. That 22 man at the Pain Chain wants to get the Rowley sisters into the All-Star race. Luckily, they were able to get Benjamin Ortiz in here because, due to the withdrawal from APR, Ortiz was one of the 3 lucky ones that made it in. But now we have to find out if they can get the other one in as well, since the 22 is within range.
Galloway!
Yeah, what's up about the 22 and
Yeah.
Rada sisters?
Yeah.
They're watching this 22 machine. They're very excited to see if they can get them in. They talked with me for a little bit, saying that they feel like that this car is their best. And as some of them always say, you either bring back the trophy or you bring back the steering wheel, because that's what a lot of these teams are doing at this specific track. They're trying to bring just the best stuff that they can for this to get that big paycheck. And as we see 45 trying to fight, I don't know if they can do it. Back up to you guys.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to work out because the 22 was going to get second, but watch out. That 78 is... No, I don't think it's the 78. It is the 78. He's charging over there.
Oh, yes.
He wants to take that spot away.
And now he has a good path to try to get past the 22, but he first has to defend the 45.
Yep, exactly. Because right now, that's the situation coming in. I mean, 45 is dropping out 78, trying to get clear of the 45 so he can have a shot at the 22, because Laura James has been holding everybody off. Marinette wants to do the same exact thing, but we got a bunch of hungry people here, and I see Dale Bush among some of those hungry people. He is in the top, not in the top 5 anymore shortly.
Yeah, he got shuffled away.
Yeah, got shuffled away and will probably be passed by Lexi. Oh, Depper wants to pass back.
And he's got it. But he hasn't cleared the 78 just yet. And this can open the door for Dale Bush to approach, and he's doing it.
Yep, he's approaching. Meanwhile, I see Man at the Pain Chain approaching Laura James. That could be for the lead, as I see 3 white action right behind them. Ivan Molina wants to join Man at the Pain Chain, but Ivan's gonna have to do it the hard way.
And he has to, because he knows that any potential moves that they happen over here, it could affect. And up front, we are seeing a 3-wide situation, which means that Dale Bush is no longer alone, and he's not going to be joined up by the 38.
Yeah, Dale Bush is struggling to get through while the 78 continues to barrel roll down. But meanwhile, we have Dipper Pines trying to hold on to 3rd position as Dale goes for 4th. Meanwhile, to wrap up the top 5 over here, you got the 38 trying to join the party. The 62 has been waiting patiently for a bit, and now he wants to get into this battle.
Oh yes, they want to get into this battle, but they better do it quick, because right now, the battle is centering on who's going to win the first segment.
Yeah, remember, this won't even count, as it looks like we're going to have a bad race yellow.
Well, that is for the segment, because remember, after 15 laps, they're going to come back over here. Final lap of the first segment. And so far, it is comfortable for Laura.
Yeah, quite comfortable for Laura James to keep the lead. Man at the Ping Chang trying to see if she can try to do anything, but I don't think she's going to win the segment.
And caution is out. This is for the segment.
Mm-hmm.
And nothing. Laura will get segment 1. And she'll get the first check. So now with this cool-off, we kind of understand what these drivers have positioned themselves into. Because look at this. Behind them, we have Dipper and Dale, who are positioning themselves really good in order to compete for the final transfer spot in the final 20 laps of this race.
Yep, exactly. And it's going to get interesting here because, I mean, they're going to have 20 laps to go starting here to do whatever they want, and they're going to pit.
Oh yes, the mandatory pit stop to see what changes come and what changes go. A lot of people have said that this could be painful to watch, but I don't know. Do you think it's painful?
I mean, Pat Crow's got to do everything they can and not make a mistake.
Well, we gotta see it. Tari! They're gonna go over 4 tires on the number 80 car, Dale Bush. A slight adjustment towards the track bar, and he's gonna be away in no time. Galloway!
What in the world? What in the world? Okay. People, do we know what not clear means on the pit rounds?
Brian Reed said that he actually feels comfortable, very happy back in a racing car. He said that the car feels a little too tight. They made some adjustments with it, taking off some of the tire pressure to make it go a little better for him. 4 tires and a thing of fuel, and he's ready to get back out there.
We had some contacts on pit road, but the winner of the race out of pits will be our current leader. And now, paradigm on pit road has changed things, Cody. Look at who is occupying the position to get into the event.
Yeah, right now, it looks like positions didn't change all that much, but for the critical second position, Deborah Pines did overtake the 22.
Yeah, so right now, Dipper looking in the cusp of getting his pass to the All-Star race, but also he could be looking forward to grabbing his first unofficial career win. And as we take a look at this field code, and remember, we're coming up to Memorial Day, and you know what's the very important part of these open cars?
Yeah.
They get a feel for the racetrack and make adjustments for the Coke 600, which is due next week.
Yeah, that is interesting, especially when, I mean, a lot of these cars, all the Cup cars here, can more than likely stay, and extra ones may be coming, because here's the thing. Now with 5 cars not showing up, not only this shakes up the amount of cars that are going to be entering to the Coca-Cola 600, but now this also impacts who participates in the critical knockouts for next week. We'll obviously get the info when we get there, but for right now, we're focusing on this and to see who actually makes the All-Star race.
Oh yes, because remember, points don't matter on this one.
Yeah, they don't matter at all. I mean, nobody's getting a single point. Championship-wise, this has 0 implications. It's just race, have fun, and see who gets the million.
Oh yes, as we are finally going to 1 to go, which means that we will have around 16 laps to decide who gets into the All-Star race.
Alright, that sounds good.
Now we have to remember one thing here, Cody. Laura has already won an official Craig Cup race before at Las Vegas last year. in the spring. But Dipper, he has never won a single race before. Not to say that he can't do it, but he could have a pretty good opportunity on grabbing his first checkered flag here on All-Star Night.
Absolutely. And I mean, for Dipper Pines and for 2311, they have been struggling all season. Despite that one win from Phoenix, they have been falling off the face of the earth. I mean, could have won Atlanta, but that controversial end made the 23 disqualified. And then for Phoenix, despite the 35 winning, they did not do enough to get into the top 35. And the 45 has been hanging in and out of the chase zone. 45 trying to recover and try to get back in.
Yes. As the pace car rolls down pit road, hopefully for the final time in this All-Star Open. And the first restart of the night is on. Dipper looking already, trying to get the win.
Yep, exactly. He wants to pose a threat. He wants to run away. And now he's going to go for the lead. Meanwhile, we got changes all over the place, Angel. And we got somebody going for third, someone going for fifth. I mean, it's going to be pandemonium here for a couple of laps.
And now watch it. Look at the 78 of Daniel Roman trying to squeeze himself into contention for the All-Star Open.
Absolutely. And right now in this open, 22 trying to get back to the inside lane. 22 well. As it looks like we got a 3-horse race. 4-2 spots is now Laura James is on the chopping block.
Oh yes, danger zone for the 74. 38 car of Diego Rubio could be looking to displace the SBM entry from the All-Star race. Only one entry has been qualified so far. And that is SVG, and there he goes to the inside.
Yeah, luckily from Dover to Charlotte, SVG won't need to hurry up here because varying on how much longer the All-Star race for Dover. Watch it. Watch it. Watch it.
Cleanly.
And we're good.
And Diego didn't even blink.
And that puts Laura James out of contention at the moment as he displaces both her and Marinette.
Which means this could be the end of the night. Flat 74, so long as they don't drop out of the top 3. But
yeah,
also,
because the 62 is right there. Lopez, unfortunately, couldn't get to the inside at the moment. Trying to wait for the right time to do so, but it has to be very quick. No, not going to happen.
It's not happening yet, though.
Yeah, I mean, the 3 is up next to try to do something.
But I think somebody has to tell all these drivers around, push it, because you're in a spot to qualify for a race that can give you $1 million.
Yeah, and $1 million don't seem a lot. And I get you, especially with these multi-million-dollar deals all over the place these days. However, $1 million, despite so little, could be so big for somebody that needs it.
Especially if you are Beard Motorsports. But look at Daniel Roman, that 78 car trying to make some moves late in this run. As we're coming over here, 10 laps to go in the All-Star Open.
Yeah, right now, it probably could be any of the drivers in the top 6. I think anybody in the top 6 has a remote shot, but if you are the 78 or the 62, you really need to bust your tails over here trying to get to the draft of the 22. Because if you do, then you might be able to overrun the rest of the competition to get to the All-Star race, but with less than 10 laps to go, their time might have run out.
Especially right now, as you see this top 4 looking to separate. And Laura trying to grab another $250,000. Remember, she won the first segment, but right now, that $250,000 check as well as a spot in the All-Star race is slipping away.
Yeah, right now, the 38 is helping the 45 get away from these two so they both can be locked into the show. Meanwhile, Laura and Marinette, they're trying to do anything they can because, 22 is going to try to have a shot. He's going to try.
Yeah, Marinette trying to look underneath Laura. Doesn't seem to make it yet.
Something tells me the tire wear is starting to become a factor.
Yes, and remember that these guys pitted on the caution.
Yeah, I'm thinking at this point, it is very hard for you to pass after 5 to 10 laps of your run. Unless you can really get some magic in there. Because I have seen many pass attempts, but there is less and less of a chance that it can be successful. I see the 62 trying to get to the inside of the 78 to see if he can get something to work under Daniel Romaine. But for Laura, James, and Marinette, they may be running out of time, especially if they can't pass one another and get to the 38.
Oh yes, because these two at the front, they don't have to take it hard. They don't have to take it hard if they continue on because, if we get to a point where they actually build up a gap over Laura and Marinette, then somebody has to tell them, okay, you're in the next race. Take it easy.
Yeah, take it easy, especially if you're Dipper Pines, because I think that 45 is becoming more and more likely to get into the big dance. That 38 is just trying to hang on, as I see Marinette the Pain Cheng is falling off. That might be weekend over for the 22, and the 74 may have a couple more shots to get past the 38.
Tari! 38 car! Diego Rubio trying to fight as hard as he can for the win, but at the same time, trying to fend off the 74. Said that the car feels really good on the paper, but on the practice, it's actually feeling a little bit wonky. So, if they manage to make it to the All-Star race, expect some changes to come over to that 38 machine.
I mean, the 74 did try to get a charge in there, but the 38 blocked her out. That may possibly help, but it might not be over yet.
Yeah, because the 38 is leaving a lot of bottom open as we reach 2 to go.
Yeah, I think Dipper Pines is in. Dipper Pines is definitely in at this point. It's just between the 38 and the 74 who is going to get into the All-Star race.
And that is going to be big because remember that these two, they're going to try to check it or they're going to try to wreck it. As for the first time tonight, the Wells Fargo white flag is in the air. One more around the open.
Oh, 74 is not taking a chance. I think the 38 might have done enough.
Yeah, this could be it. Enough for that Irwin Tools machine to continue on. But it is going to be too late to contend for the victory. Dipper Pines is going to grab checkered flag 1 at the open. Second place goes to Diego Rubio. And third doesn't matter.
Yep. Third on down, weekend over since we don't do an All-Star fan vote. And dear Lord, the only campaigning we had for the All-Star fan vote throughout the entire weekend was, okay, this is going to be a weird name to mention. Sonora Felix was the only one that was campaigned. Okay.
Oh, that was nice. But right now, the Hogs are going around for the 2311 crew as they will be celebrating that they are in the main show, the main course.
Yeah, no, I mean, they already have Wendy Corduroy in the All-Star race, but to have a second competitor starting 20th in the All-Star race is certainly something, doubles your chances to take home the million.
Exactly. So with this, we are going to take a look at our final results of this year's All-Star Open. Deborah Pines gets a check for $50,000 and the glory, as well as a ticket to tonight's main course. Diego Rubio gets a check for $250,000 and a ticket to the main course. And then for those that will not be making it in, Laura Janes, check for $250,000. Marinette, Dana Roman in the top 5, and of course, Roberto Lopez, Ann Molina, Minoru Mineta, Rubio Asensio, and Damon Rubio in the top 10. As we take a look at the rest of the results, Nina Lahive, Katie Coate, Leah Sharp, Diego Alcaraz, Eric Plush VP, Maria Laki, Daniel Boktasarov, Sonora Felix, Lexi Di Benedetto, Dale Bush round out the top 20. And then for the final results, Ryan Reed, Ali Cesar, Sam Kane, Dana Voiles, Lucille, Mabel Pines, and Shanard finish the race. And quite surprisingly, no DNFs, Cody.
Yeah, no wrecking. Everybody kept it clean. I mean, I'm surprised that we did not have a single caution here. I doubt that's going to happen for the All-Star race, let's be honest.
Oh, yes.
This means the All-Star race is screwed when it comes to green flag run.
I mean, true. True, that can happen. But anyways, the two of these ones are going to be joining the top 19 winners of the series, as well as past champions.
Yep, exactly, because not only do we have past winners, but one team went as far as to get past champions and All-Star race winners into the main show. You're going to find out who that is when we get to the All-Star race.
Oh, yes. Our coverage over here on YouTube will end, but we'll return around 5:30 Eastern for the main course, the 42nd annual Cricket and Our League All-Star Charlotte. As for now, this is Cody, and of course, for Cody, and for all of our pit reporters, I'm Angel, as we are going to see you just in a couple hours from Charlotte.